Hello, my name is Iliana Akila, and today I'll be sharing my presentation for HRM553 Talent Acquisition on a topic that is becoming increasingly relevant in the world of recruitment, which is remote and virtual interviews. This topic is especially important because in the past few years, hiring processes have undergone a dramatic transformation. What was once considered an alternative method during emergencies has now become a standard practice for many companies around the world. Let's begin by defining what a virtual interview is. A virtual interview is a job interview conducted remotely or online using technologies such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, or any other recruitment platforms. While virtual interviews have existed for more than a decade, they have become widely adopted during the COVID-19 pandemic. When in-person meetings were not possible, we turned to online meeting. According to a 2023 Gartner report, more than 70% of companies globally now use virtual interviews for at least part of their hiring process. The rise in popularity is driven by several factors: the need for flexibility, the ability to connect with talent from any location, and the reduced cost compared to traditional face-to-face interviews. However, with these benefits come challenges, such as ensuring fairness, building rapport with candidates, and managing technical issues. This makes interviews a current and ongoing issue in the talent acquisition industry, as organizations strive to balance efficiency with quality and inclusivity. Now, when we talk about virtual interviews, it comes with positive and negative impacts. For employers, virtual interviews bring significant advantages. They allow access to a much larger talent pool, as candidates can apply from anywhere in the world without the need to travel. Virtual interviews can also reduce costs. There's no need to book meeting rooms, cover travel expenses, or coordinate multiple schedules physically. Another benefit is speed. Interviews can be arranged and conducted much faster online. However, there are also drawbacks. It can be harder to assess a candidate's personality, body language, or cultural fit through a screen. Technical problems such as unstable internet or poor video quality can also disrupt the flow of conversation and even affect the viewer's judgment. There's also the risk of bias. For example, if one candidate has a professional background set up and another doesn't, the perception of professionalism might also unintentionally be influenced. Now, for job seekers or employees, the positives are pretty clear. Online interviews save money and save time. They don't need to travel and they can attend interviews from the comfort of their own home. Virtual interviews also create an opportunity for people who live far away or for people who have mobility challenges. But on the downside, not all candidates have access to high-speed internet or a quiet, professional-looking space at home. Some may experience high-tech anxiety, feeling nervous about using new softwares or worried that technical problems will ruin their challenges. Additionally, many candidates feel that it's harder to make a strong personal connection with interviewers compared to being in the same room with them. On the broader side, virtual interviews contribute positively to the government or society by reducing travel, which lowers carbon emissions and supports environmental sustainability goals. They also align with the government policies promoting digital transformation and remote work. However, there's a societal concern with digital divide. People without access to proper technologies or devices or internet services may be excluded from job opportunities, leading to increased inequality. If the challenges of virtual interviews are not addressed, organizations may face poor hiring decisions due to misinterpretation of candidates, their abilities, and their personalities. This can lead to higher turnover rates and wasted resources. So for these issues, I propose some solutions. The first one being standardize the virtual interview process. This means organizations should develop clear guidelines for virtual interviews. This includes providing candidates with instructions on how to join the meeting, what technology to prepare, and how to troubleshoot basic problems. Using structured interview questions also can help reduce bias, and every candidate is assessed based on the same criteria. Secondly, I think organizations should provide interviewers training. Recruiters and managers need training on how to evaluate candidates in a virtual setting. This includes learning to interpret digital body language, asking follow-up questions, and to encourage conversation. At the same time, being mindful of potential bias caused by background or equipment quality. Next, to leverage technology wisely. For example, AI technology can help with screening and assessing skills, but human oversight is essential to ensure fairness. For example, AI can analyze tone of voice or facial expressions, but it must not replace the interviewer's judgment. Number four, to enhance the candidate experience. A positive virtual interview experience begins with empathy. Offering a short tech check session before the actual interview can help candidates feel more prepared and comfortable. Interviewers should also maintain professionalism. This includes good lighting, clear audio, and making an effort to build rapport through friendly conversation. And finally, addressing the digital divide. Organizations can offer alternative arrangements for candidates without access to proper technology. For example, providing an on-site virtual booth at the company's office or partnering with a community center that have access to necessary facilities. To conclude, remote or virtual interviews are no longer a temporary solution. They have become a permanent and essential tool in talent acquisition. They offer unmatched flexibility, cost saving, and access to global talent, but also it can bring many challenges that must be addressed to ensure fairness and effectiveness of talent acquisition. That is all from me today, and thank you all for your attention.